Hello everybody, today I am here in Lexington, Kentucky to do yet another update video on the abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. This is the third installment in my mini-series. I'm trying to do monthly updates, or I'm trying to do updates whenever I can, whenever I'm in Lexington. This is the third update, so we're gonna go and see what has changed at the abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, so let's start off right here on the outside. The label skull is still visible from where it once said Chuck E. Cheese. And over here in the green is where the Chuck E. head was, and it said Pizzeria and Games. It is a snowy day here in Lexington, Kentucky. Look at all the snow. It just looks absolutely beautiful. So let's go on up and see what we can see inside of the abandoned Chuck E. Cheese in Lexington, Kentucky. One thing to note, sometime not too long ago, they took off the tablecloths from the windows, as well as the doors. But if you look really closely, I don't know if you guys can see, but on the door, it still has the Let's Party Chuck E. Cheese word mark from the tablecloths. The closure notice is now off the doors too, which gives me an idea that this place might be becoming something else. When this location closed, the employees put a note on the door saying that this location has permanently closed and to please visit the other locations in Louisville and Florence, Kentucky. Like I mentioned last time in my second update video, there are also 2 more locations in the state of Kentucky, Paducah and Bowling Green. Those stores are all 2.0, and every Chuck E. Cheese in the state of Kentucky is 2.0. Lexington unfortunately closed on August 3rd, and this is the first Chuck E. Cheese to close in Kentucky since, I think it was Owensboro. I have no idea, but if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Here's the door. Here's the inside from outside. This is probably a ceiling tile. This somehow fell off the ceiling at some point, and it ended up here. I don't know how or why, but these doors are locked. What once was a place filled with memories, birthday parties, games, pizza, and a lovable mouse, and arcade games is no more here in the area of Lexington, Kentucky. Peeking through the windows. Oh yeah. You can see inside the store a lot more now. Over here is where their dance floor and showroom area was. Lexington was a 2019 2.0. So they had 6 TVs on the ceiling with a 2019 model dance floor. This store never got a video wall, which I honestly thought they would at some point, but they never did. And if Lexington ever reopens in the area, it's gonna get a video wall with a 2021 model dance floor. There's the beverage station, the pickup window, the restrooms. Restrooms are off though. Restroom lights are off though. Oh, and also, here are the 2.0 stripes. And also here, and down there, starting from here, down there, are lamp fixtures. Right before Lexington closed, all stores were ordered to take down their lamping fixtures to cut down on costs. Lexington never did, so it's kind of nice to see this still intact. This is just sad, and I forget something I failed to mention in the last few videos that I did on this place is why are they closing 2.0 stores? That is something I never understand. Like, stores will spend all this money on remodels only for them to close. And don't even get me started in 2020 when stores that just recently remodeled a 2.0 in 2019 closed in 2020 due to the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That is something that I have no idea why they did that, but it's just stupid. Stores like later down the road, like 5 or 6 years later, that were 2.0 and closed, I understand, because like underperforming, lease issues, whatever. But come on, dude, you don't have to close 2.0 stores. Like, that's just wild, man. Here's the red and blue tickets. This is an earlier element from 2.0. All stores in the game room would get red and blue tickets, and that's cool. This red ticket somehow fell from up over there at some point. I would love to have that in my collection, but I probably don't think I'm going to. Oh, and also here are the plugins from where all the video games were. Some of the art from 2.0 is still intact. Over here is the one of the emergency exits. And then, it'll focus. Over here is another emergency exit, and there's one right on top of the fire alarm. And then here is the restroom sign. So it's kind of nice to see some of the art still intact. But a lot of the art was either destroyed or sent back to SPT. And I love how these lights, the lamp fixtures, kind of have like a reflection. And it kind of looks like the lights are on, but I know they're off from the pictures I've seen. But coming up about below the doors, this awning was turned back on at some point, as well as that light, and that light. So at night, this place will light up once again. But there's no Chucky logo, and there's no word mark saying Chuck E. Cheese. So even after 4 months, it still haunts me seeing my childhood store sit like this, left to rot. Here's one last look inside. Oh, and also, there's a water bottle. I don't know why somebody left a water bottle, but go off, I guess. There's the 2.0 culprit. Culprit's nice. Here's a closer look at the emergency exit and the restroom sign. Nice to see those still intact. But other than that, that pretty much does it. All the tablecloths are off. Wait, hang on. I think I see. Oh, that's a. Wait, hang on. If it'll focus. That's an element from Phase 4. When Lexington was Phase 4, they had purple colored walls over here. I can't believe I never noticed that before. That's crazy that they still have that intact. And I think that's it. It's so insane to see. Here's another one. If you look really closely right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's another piece of that's another purple wall from Phase 4. How crazy is that? So that is something I did not expect to see, and I can't believe I never noticed that on the last few update videos that I've done. Some elements of Phase 4 with purple colored walls on the corners of both, on the middle window and the end window. That's something I never expected, so it's nice to see that still. With that, you guys, I think this wraps up the third installment of my Chuck E. Cheese Lexington, Kentucky update video. I've really enjoyed this series so far, and I hope to do more videos like this before it becomes something else. And if it does, you can be sure I'm going to cover it. Shout out to Liam's Explorations for the series idea. Thank you, man. With that, I'll wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and leave a comment. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Also, before we end the video, I didn't notice this until now, right before I left, but the tablecloths actually fell off the windows. It's that one. I think that's the only tablecloth. Let's see if there's any more. Nope. There's another one. If you guys can see my finger right here. Anyways, that wraps up the video. Just wanted to point that out before we end the video, and I'll see you guys later. That's that tablecloth one more time. Bye, guys.